in VR, let's say I as a trainer with my headset on, I'll be the one person. But can we also simulate a scenario where multiple people are wearing the headsets? Now, is there a possibility where you can also simulate people as well? And because one person taking a right or wrong decision at that point of time can also impact the consequences. So are we still there, or there is a way to go?
Yeah, can we simulate this in VR given the present state of technology? And that the answer is yes, 100%. We've done it as well. But the issue is always something like this, scalable, right? And can it be produced at scale? Because the cost of creating simulations like this is very difficult. Essentially, it's very high, because the more realistic you want your simulation to be, the more expensive it is to create. And also, there's not necessarily a correlation between the more realistic a simulation, the higher the learn. Not necessary. I think essentially what it comes down to is we don't know what works here. We know what we can do. We know we can simulate reality. And now, I think at this point, what has happened to actually make this more, let's say, realistic or viable is that because of AI, the cost of content creation in VR has dropped drastically. How, if guided the right way, and specifically, I think, in the context of our product VRseBuilder, you're able to churn out multiple experiences like this very, very fast. So we're focusing on single player for now, but there will be a multiplayer update coming now in a month or so. And once that's done, ideally, creating scenarios like this shouldn't take more than a few days at most, right? And then we can have the question of, how impactful is this? Now, the cost of creating a VR app has dropped, so we can actually talk about how can we make VR more impactful. Let's say you gamify it and you say that, across your different plans, you are running a competition, a friendly competition, right? To see which could put out the fire at the highest speed in least amount of time or something like that. This just gets folk to take what would be otherwise a very dry activity and get a lot more enthusiastic about it. Now, of course, these are very serious topics. That is there. But that doesn't mean that, what we know is if people are enjoying it, and also more importantly, if people are free to make mistakes while chasing a goal, they're more likely to remember the mistakes they made, retain the information that they have learned, and eventually just be more prepared when that actual scenario arises.